To be very sincere, where I am today, I'm regretting why I have to go back to further my education, master PhD. If I know what I know today, after my first degree, I have just been in the farm, because today I see my job as not rewarding. But the happiness I have is when I see my product. Over this year, I've been a lecturer, where they are, and those who I have been mentoring, following my footsteps and doing well. I am very, very happy with myself. There are some young men from Boki, local government in Cross River State, Ikom, Etung, that are encouraged to go into farming. After the NYC, they went, my student. Today, some of them can produce 10, 20, 30 bags of cocoa. And the bag of cocoa now is about 85,000 in Ikom. Then the environment, places like Boki, Etung, and some other places, 75 or thereabout. And they are making real money. They are focused. Some of my colleagues won't believe that I left Calabar yesterday. Today I'm inside my farm and I'm doing this. To be very sincere, the students too have been very helpful. Some of my students that I'm mentoring, tomorrow you see them in their large number. They will come here. Saturday, I'm expecting more than 20 persons in this farm for harvest. Before you know it, I gather everything and I end the farm. It's the love, the passion, and who I am to the student. You can see that my class are always very full. As a philosopher, I don't only lecture. In my class, we philosophize. And philosophizing is all-encompassing and all-embracing. Tell them about the passion for this farming. This farming sent me to school. This farming has given me accommodation. This farming has made me not to feel the economic hardship Nigerians are going through. Because at every point in time, I have what to sell to. So I don't complain. I'm a very happy man. And I encourage others. Anybody from Cross River State that is crying of poverty is a fool. Not only small fool, capital fool. Because God has blessed us. If you throw your camera around, you can see. Most of those plantains you saw there, they are the ones stealing. As a lecturer, I'll come and plant the plantain, they come and cut. As a lecturer, I'll be the one to cultivate the farm, they come and steal. Why can't they cultivate their own? Today I've come for harvest. Anybody who follow me to harvest, at the end of the day, I give you yams. If you want the seedling, I give you. If you want the big yams, I give you. People are lazy. Nobody should blame anybody. God has given us all that pertain to life and godliness. So I'm grateful to God. And I always tell God, thank you for the wisdom to go into farming. I will remain a farmer and I will die a farmer.
In this video, you will be hearing more of Ogoja. Ogoja is a local government located in Cross River State. And Cross River State is a state in Nigeria located at the southern part of Nigeria. Like I would say, Ogoja is more of a town. It happens that I traveled down to Ogoja to visit an industrious agricultural farmer who has been doing something that has been contributing to the growth of agriculture and helping to reduce the hunger rate here at the southern part of Nigeria, more especially, to be more specific, Cross River State, Calabar, Nigeria. Meeting this industrious farmer, he also made mention that he's a senior lecturer, a master's degree holder, a philosopher, a PhD degree holder, and to crown it all, a farmer. He shared his knowledge of agricultural farming with us.
My name is Chuks Nineteen, and my simple objective in this channel is to redefine the way our African youth see agricultural farming. And on this channel, I bring to you industrious agricultural farmers who are doing something in the agricultural aspect of the continent in their various countries. Thereby, for them to come to this channel to help encourage the youth to go back into agricultural farming so as to produce more food, to reduce the hunger rate, the poverty rate, the importation rate, and increase the exportation rate of agricultural farm produce in the African continent. Make sure that you do give this video a thumbs up by hitting on the like button of the video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for all videos if you are yet to do so, and do share this video.
After the video shoot, the lecturer gave me 500 naira. When I asked him, what is the money for? He told me that just to support what I do, that I should never stop doing what I do. So I don't feel that including this part of the video is very necessary, but I feel that it's very, very much important, because this is the first time somebody is giving me a cash gift just for creating content, and I really do appreciate his effort. Thank you once again, sir.
I am Dr. Soniagu. I'm a senior lecturer with University of Cross River State. I study philosophy up to my PhD level, but I have passion for farming. As you can see in this location in Ogoja, I farm rice in Ogoja, I farm yam in Ogoja, and cassava. While in Ikom, I have cocoa and palm plantation. In BSA, I've just begun developing a land for palms, cocoa, and other cash crops, such as what we call in Nigeria ogbono, avocado pear. You can just see I've eaten one. Here is my passion for it. Orange, mangoes, and other things. You can see, look around, put the camera around, go round, go round. All that is my yam farm. What I'm doing now, I'm both weeding and harvesting because this place is prone to. Where the camera is facing now is my water yam farm down. This other side is yam. When we go further there, you see that I interplanted yam, cassava, and cocoyam. From here, we'll be moving to the rice farm. They have cut the rice. They have started gathering the rice. It has not been easy. As we move, you need to move with me.
So can you give us at least a background story on how you started this your farm? Because you made mention that you are a philosopher and also a lecturer.
Well, I would say that my farming or passion for farming is innate. But my late grandmother sharpened it because she always insists that every holiday I should come and spend the holiday in her farm. Like she normally called me that I'm the incarnate of the husband. So he used to call me my husband. As early as I know myself or become conscious of myself, I've always been following my grandmother to farm. So when I came to Ogoja as a lecturer with inconsistency in salary and incessant ASU strike and obstruction of flow of income, I asked myself, what am I going to do? Well, I approached the first bank. I got a loan of 1 million naira. I bought a taxi. Unfortunately, the taxi driver disappointed me, the way you know them. Thereafter, I sold the taxi and bought 2 bikes. It disappointed me. I started yam farming in Ogoja and trusted them into the hands of a young man. When he harvested, he sold the first 1,000 yams out of the 3,000 heaps we planted. I got annoyed. I started doing it myself. So in this farming business, I'm a sole proprietor. I only hire labor. You can see I find this place to be a swampy area in the farm. In between my water yam farm, I now cultivated this rice. They have cut it. By God's grace, tomorrow we'll gather it. No time. I'm coming all the way from Calabar, a distance of over close to 400 kilometers. When I was in Ogoja campus, I was near my farm. After close of work, I can easily run to the farm. Or I can come to the farm in the morning. Thereafter, I go and resume lecture. Just because of the passion I have for farming, some people see that as very tedious or I'm disturbing myself. But farm is my life. Like I always tell my family, I have no other business apart from farm business. And it has been very rewarding. Well, to be very sincere to you, my farm pay me more than 5 times what I earn as a salary in a year. And I've been able to empower so many students in the area of aiding them, those who come to the farm, with accommodation, school fees, feeding them. I've just arrived to Goja yesterday to commence the yam harvest. All this process of rice cutting was monitored by some of my boys who have been of great help. You can see the size of the farm. We are moving to the main rice farm. We are still in the yam farm. This yam farm is more than 5 hectares. I interplant everything. You can see okra, you can see pepper, but the problem is lack of time. And those I entrust the farm to, they have been trying. No matter how they steal, they can't steal more than myself. You can see, that is how I interplant. That is the rice cut. We gather it.
This is the rice now.
Yes.
Meat, right?
Yes, that is the rice. When I gather it, I will stretch it and then I boil it. After that, I will go and process it. It's good to go.
What is the process of processing this rice?
The process of processing the rice now is, after now I will gather it together. I carry a machine that will come and stretch the rice. Then I will pick the seed alone. When I pick the seed, I go and boil it in a drum, dry it, then take it to a machine that is going to mill the rice. Next stage is in your pot. You can see this is plantain. Interplant plantain. There's so much work to be done because I have to clear all this grass before harvest. This place is not merely a bush. There's cassava. There's cassava all over. This is where I farmed last year. Because of lack of time, I've not been able to come and harvest the cassava. The people I sold the cassava, they have not paid. You can see all that. Those are cassava standing from the last year farm. All these places, they are cassava inside. And they are not ready hands to buy, except we process dairy. The villagers who buy, they hardly pay. Because they feel you are a worker, you are a lecturer, why should you come and incur into agriculture? Could have been the exclusive right. And secondly, that I'm taking so much of the land. You can see there, over there, all inside there, those bushes, they are all cassava. Because this place, the grasses are mush. That is rice, eaten by grasses because of lack of time. But nevertheless, there's something to show. You can see this is rice. We are here to gather them. Farm is so bushy. Because in my absence, the people I asked to come and weed, they collected the money and they did not come. Because of my distance, you can see the rice here. We are here to gather it. Down there, this is about 3 hectares of rice. They are all cut. You can see them lying on the ground.
So the simple objective of this my YouTube channel is to meet industrious agricultural farmer in the African continent who are doing something that is contributing to the growth of agriculture to their various countries and to the entire African continent, so as to help encourage young Africans to go back into agricultural farming, can you at least share the advantage of being an agricultural farmer?
I will advise the youth most sincerely to develop passion in agriculture because there is so much money in agriculture. And if we harness the opportunity available to the African child, we can do great things. You can see there, that is cassava, lack of labor. An average villager is very lazy. Give them money to clear, they won't clear. So I have to do it myself. All these things you are seeing here is cassava standing, they are inside it. They are over 1 year old from the last year yam farm because I interplant. So you can see the rice. Oh, I have to come and gather it.
So as an agricultural farmer, how many years have you been into this business, sir?
To be very sincere, I have been into farming all my life. I use this farming to sponsor myself in the university from my diploma to my PhD level. So my passion in farming started as early as I become conscious of my being. So farming is my passion.
What are the challenges that you face as an agricultural farmer?
Basically, it's lack of chemical, lack of money to start. Outside that, I don't have any problem much. But the next thing is insincerity. That is the rice lying down there, young man gathering it. Sincerity from those I hire to work. Sometimes give the money if you are not there to supervise. It becomes a nullity. This is how we continue. When you call government, the politicization of farming fund has caused a lot of undoing in Nigeria. If those of us who are critical stakeholders are being empowered, maybe we loan and give a moratorium period to repay this loan, we'll do better. This is annual farming. Like the rice is not up to 3. Today is exactly 95 days. I planted and I'm harvesting the rice. The government need to really come. You can see plantain interplanted. Started gathering the rice. This is how they gather rice. Next stage is to come and stretch the rice. You have to gather all the rice this way. Get a machine, come and stretch the rice. That is the rice gathered. Looking for workers. The cost of labor is very high now. The cost of foodstuff and transportation. Before now, we used to pay day job 1,500. But today they are demanding for 3,000.
In starting an agricultural farm, what are the things that you should put into consideration before you can be able to start an agricultural farm?
Number one, land. When you get land, the next thing is capital. Next is entrepreneurship. And then labor, like we were taught in economics, factors of production. All those factors must be taken into consideration. Well, I don't pay so much here for land. All this farm you are seeing, I paid 50,000 naira a year to my landlord, the yam farm. And then I cultivate for 1 year. So every year, I spend 50,000 naira to acquire the land. I rent it because I'm not from here. But at Ikom, I have a family land which I don't pay. Now that I planted palm trees, permanent for me. The cocoa farm, I bought the land. The same thing in DRC, I bought the land. But here, the farm is hired. This is stealing. This one, I never harvested them. People stole them. You can see this side is clean because the person I hired to weed, that is what he has been able to do. And he has not finished. Why the other side is bushy? Complaint is that she is sick. Where you are seeing here, some thieves came and stole this part. Look at the plantain there. That is our interplant. And what you are seeing here is an African washman. This rope and the red cloth, the African washman, to prevent thief from coming. This is how big the farm is. We are going back to the point in which we started. It's a big farm. The yam farm here is over 5,000 heaps.
What is the common challenge that every agricultural farmer must face?
Well, outside money to hire labor and buy chemical for the farm, the problem we are facing now is the problem of thieves. The young men don't want to work. They only will come to reap. You can see this place. Nobody has come here to help me clear the grass. But they have gone ahead to steal where the grass has been cleared. I'm going to clear all these grasses and harvest. Today I'm alone because I'm just beginning the harvest. But by tomorrow, I will hire some people to come and help. That is basically what I do. That is yam interplanted with cocoa yam. I told you, I'm into mixed cropping. As a matter of fact, if the government can create produce boards as they used to be, you harvest, you sell. Look at now, the cassava is lying down there. The person has sold, has not processed it, and has not paid me. It's very discouraging. If there is somebody that will just buy the cassava off, then it will be very easy for somebody to farm and you sell. You can see my cocoa yam. They are all interplanted with the yams. As you can see the yam, like this heat, without harvesting it, you look around, you know that the yam will really do good. You can see the yam.
For someone who wants to go into yam tuber cultivation, is there really market available for the person to market his or her product?
The market is very, very much available everywhere. Because yam is one of the most valued foodstuff in a home. What we face here is transportation. Sometimes I pay as much as 200,000 to 300,000 to be able to carry my product to Calabar.
If you are to advise that one person watching this video right now who wants to go into yam tuber cultivation or rice cultivation in Africa, what will you have to tell that person?
Number one, passion. And then secondly, aptitude. Not attitude, aptitude for farm and farming. When you have passion for farming, it's a major driving force. And then another thing is determination. You can't believe that I do this work alone and sometimes I hire people. But because I have passion, sometimes I get up as early as 5:30. Before 6 o'clock, I'm here. And I work up to 10 o'clock. I go home and continue the next day. All these driving forces because I have passion for the farm. So my advice to anybody who is going into farm and farming, first of all, have passion. When you have passion for it, you have overcome. Sometimes it will be good, sometimes it will be bad. You can see as I'm harvesting, I've started this particular portion. It's always like this because the place is always waterlogged. But as I advance, I'm sure of good harvest. I'm very, very certain about it. I took very good care of this farm. I weeded the farm up to October. That is the last time I weeded this farm, October. This is November, December. You can see I've grown the grass because the place is generally very fertile. But as I'm weeding, I will weed and harvest. I will weed and harvest just for the cassava because we interplant, mixed cropping. Cocoyam, cassava, even maize, show you pepper. The other side there is garden egg. I do plant all kinds of things.
Is there any knowledge about agricultural farming that you have that you want to share with someone out there, a youth who wants to go into yam cultivation, cassava cultivation, rice cultivation, or into cocoyam cultivation, sir?
Yeah, I don't only do that. I keep poultry farm in Calabar too. Like I've told you, you have to be focused. You have to be determined. There are gains and there are losses. But the truth is, if you take good care of your farm, you will smile. If you don't take good care of your farm, that is when the problem is. Some years, the yield will be high, some years low. We don't give up. Like this year, I'm very, very confident because I know what I planted and I saw the farm. What we are seeing here is just the beginning of the harvest. As we go further, you see the kind of tuber of yams I'll bring out from this farm. So any young man that wants to go into farm and farming, first, he should develop passion. 2, he should be determined. 3, he should have the spirit of not giving up. And you won't have time for all this government did not pay, government paid, the government is bad. Because if the price of fuel go up, your price of your yam go up. If transportation go up, your product will go up. So what are we complaining about? I was born to meet palm oil being sold for whether 10 kobo or whatever. Today, a bottle of palm oil is 900 naira across River State. And why should I complain about palm oil? I produce palm oil. Yam is costly. The hunger is here. Look at my hunger. I've told you, I don't buy rice. I don't buy yam. I don't buy palm oil. I don't buy this thing. Even chicken. Because I have both the agri chicken and our local chicken. When you are made up your mind, what I buy in market is basically Maggi, sometimes pepper, onions, and other things I don't cultivate. I've been trying to cultivate beans. Last year I planted beans all over. I interplanted beans in my farm, but it did not do well. So I know that beans doesn't do well here in this particular part of the world. And I make do with what I have. To be very sincere to you, the farm has been very rewarding. As you watch me continue, it's an harvest season. I wasn't here when they were harvesting the rice, but they have done a good job. I actually weeded grass up to October in that rice farm. But within 1 month, the grasses came up and I never wanted to interrupt. Well, I have a fair harvest of rice. I've learned I have to go and research more to get more effective chemical to kill the grasses before I plant the rice. The yam farm, I have no problem. I have no problem. You can see where they have weeded the cassava is here, in the water yam farm. You can see some. While this other area that I have not weeded, the cassava is not there. But by the time I weed it, you can see this one now. You won't see it clear but see this one. They are coming up because I've weeded them. They will be standing alone. So I'll continue the harvest.
So can you at least give us the primary process of cultivating any of these crops?
Yes. First, in yam, you acquire land. After acquiring the land, you clear. After clearing, here we do bush burning. You don't even need to burn the bush. The people, I don't know, for whatever reason, they come and put fire, set fire inside the bush. When the thing burns, you gather the remnants of the sticks one place and burn them. And now I'm bringing people to come and till the heaps. After tilling the heap, you sow your yams. Then we go into buying of these bamboos. We buy them. Bamboo now is 5,500 for 100 bamboos. We stake them. After staking, you weed your grass. You apply fertilizer. Because of the nature of this area I'm farming, I have weeded this farm. First time I weeded the farm was in June. After June, I weeded it again in August. After August, I weeded it again in October. I was supposed to weed in November, which I started, like you see here. But now that I need to harvest the yam because the sun is high, temperature is high, so that the yam don't rot up, I'll be weeding, harvesting. While I'm doing this, it's because of the cassava. You can see where the cassava is standing. Next, it will be around April, May. I come and spray chemical again. Then the cassava is good to go. I planted this cassava in August, September, October, November, December. So the cassava is about 4 months old. In 1 year time, we'll harvest the cassava because it will be ready. For rice, you clear the rice, clear the bush, you bond it, you bring in a tractor. After that, I do mostly broadcasting. As I broadcast the rice, the tractor move upon it. Next is in 21 days, I applied what we call selective chemical to select the grasses. The one that cannot be selected, I use my hand to remove them and then apply fertilizer. After 1 month, I move around the farm again to pick the grass. But you see this year, I could not do much because my income was not coming as expected due to strike. From my little salary I earn as a university lecturer, I plow it back into the farm. Then in December, January, February, I'll sell my product. I'll be able to invest them in whatever investment I want to. But basically, I earn my salary, I plow it back into the farm. So God has been very faithful, my dear friend.
Can a young African youth who wants to go into agricultural farming or run agricultural farm as a side business or a side hustle?
Well, you can go into full time. To be very sincere, where I am today, I'm regretting why I have to go back to further my education, master PhD. If I know what I know today, after my first degree, I have just been in the farm because today I see my job as not rewarding. But the happiness I have is when I see my product. Over this year, I've been a lecturer, where they are, and those who I have been mentoring, following my footsteps and doing well. I am very, very happy with myself. There are some young men from Boki, local government in Cross River State, Ikom, Etung, that are encouraged to go into farming. After the NYC, they went, my student. Today, some of them can produce 10, 20, 30 bags of cocoa. And the bag of cocoa now is about 85,000 in Ikom. Then the environment, places like Boki, Etung, and some other places, 75 or thereabout. And they are making real money. They are focused. So my advice to Nigerian youth is that, especially in Cross River State, as we are living Calabar, the land is being wasted. Nobody's farm, and they are looking for a white-collar job. Well, white-collar job is good. Every person should take farm as business, agriculture as business. If you don't want to go into cultivation, you can go into buying. Every tuber of yam you carry now to Calabar, a sizable one, like this one now, if it is not broken, you take it to Calabar, there's no way you will not sell it for 1,000 naira. And I'm going to remove a lot of this. But this one, I will eat it because it's broken. The value has gone. But the ones I'm going to remove here, because I'm very sure there's something inside. Apparently, you know what it means. I told you I have about 5,600 and something heaps in this place. If I harvest the yam or, well, you can do the calculation yourself. Encourage young men to go into farming. Farming is good. Even if you have a job, the Nigerian Constitution allowed us to do farm, whether civil servant, public servant. It's not a crime, it's not an offense. I use my spare time and I'm using it well. Like now in my university, I have written my exams. I have fulfilled other university obligations. Since I'm an exam officer, I have uploaded all my results and I'm going to take these 2 weeks off to harvest my farm, carry them, then return back to my job. When I farm like this, I don't stay more long in farm, don't stay long in the farm. Today is the first day I'm coming, so I need to put a lot of organization in place. By tomorrow, 6 o'clock, I'm here. By 10 o'clock, I go home and rest, read, and continue to research. The farm does not stop my university business. I have never missed any promotion in the university system because I'm up to date in my publications and every other obligation in the university. Some of my colleagues won't believe that I left Calabar yesterday. Today I'm inside my farm and I'm doing this. To be very sincere, the students too have been very helpful. Some of my students that I'm mentoring, tomorrow you see them in their large number. They will come here. Saturday, I'm expecting more than 20 persons in this farm for harvest. Before you know it, I gather everything and I end the farm. It's the love, the passion, and who I am to the student. You can see that my class are always very full. As a philosopher, I don't only lecture. In my class, we philosophize. And philosophizing is all-encompassing and all-embracing. Tell them about the passion for this farming. This farming sent me to school. This farming has given me accommodation. This farming has made me not to feel the economic hardship Nigerians are going through. Because at every point in time, I have what to sell to. So I don't complain. I'm a very happy man. And I encourage others to get themselves engaged. CS that man diligent in his business, he shall stand before king. I'm not a problem to the politician because I don't go and beg from them. I don't beg from them. I may lack, but to be saying I'm poor, no. because I have what to sell. The rice I'm going to harvest, I will store it till when I want to sell it. I sell the yams, I'll continue to sell them in hundreds, in thousands, until they finish. The cassava here now, you sell, nobody's there. So basically, I will look for people to come and harvest the cassava. Maybe when you do 3 basin of gari, I take 2, you take 1. Since the people I sold, they cannot pay and they could not continue. So I thank God we are blessed. Anybody from Cross River State that is crying of poverty is a fool. Not only small fool, capital fool, because God has blessed us. If you throw your camera around, you can see. Most of those plantains you saw there, they are the ones stealing. As a lecturer, I'll come and plant the plantain, they come and cut. As a lecturer, I'll be the one to cultivate the farm, they come and steal. Why can't they cultivate their own? Today I've come for harvest. Anybody who follow me to harvest, at the end of the day, I give you yams. If you want the seedling, I give you. If you want the big yams, I give you. People are lazy. Nobody should blame anybody. God has given us all that pertain to life and godliness. So I'm grateful to God. And I always tell God, thank you for the wisdom to go into farming. I will remain a farmer and I will die a farmer. Thank you so much.